What's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, Sports Talk with Street Flavor. Yes, we are live on TikTok and YouTube. Make sure you hit that go live button on TikTok. What's up, people? We are going to talk about the All-Star game. It was a little bit different. Okay, we had the world against the USA. Okay, the world against the USA. How did you like it? How different was it? Was it more competitive this year than last? Will it be better going forward? That's the question we are asking today. How was the All-Star game? And it came on early. Usually it's an 8 o'clock game, 8 o'clock start, goes into 10 o'clock and everything like that. This was an early start because we had the Winter Olympics, dominating NBC. So, how did you like it? How was it for you? And I will tell you my perspective about it, okay? I think he was a little different this year. You showed a little bit of defense. You showed some competitiveness against the teams. You had 3 teams fighting for the championship. You had the world, you had 2 USA teams. A younger team that was in red, and an older team that the stripes that was in the blue. Okay, with LeBron, Kyrie, Katie, they was in the blue team. You had Anthony Edwards, Cunningham, and the boys in the red, and they showed a competitive outlet from the beginning. It was Wemby did his thing for the world. Okay, he was there. He was competing. He was hitting jump shots, but he was basically a one-man assault team against the USA team. Now, the USA had Edwards and his boys doing their thing, going down the stretch. In each and every game, it was close. It was a tie score. They took the world into overtime and beat the world in the first match. Then it was the stripes or the stars? Or the stripes and the blue came out and beat the red team competitively. It was back and forth. Edwards thought he had it again. But then Fox hit that last shot and took the USA to that next level to play the world to see what happens. I said they played defense. It was competitive. And I'm going to give you my perspective in a minute. Okay? Then you had the world against the blue team. Blue team, Karai did his thing. Leonard did his thing. He had I think they only scored about 30-something or maybe 40-something points, and Karai had 27 of those points. He was a difference maker. Oh, what you said? Yeah, I'm going to get to LeBron. Let's see what happens. I'm going to get to LeBron and see what happens going down the stretch. LeBron, to me, I'm going to give you a whole scenario of the All-Star game with LeBron going out. This might be his last one, and from the beginning of his beginning of his career with the All-Star. To me, the All-Star game used to be very competitive. When Kobe and the boys was playing, they wanted to win. They wanted mano on mano to play. But it changed years ago. Remember when Kobe hit the ground back, told LeBron, let's D up, let's see what you got. And LeBron passed the ball. Since then, the All-Star game has changed. Since then, it was a different All-Star game. I'm telling you. That's when everybody didn't want to play. I didn't want to get hurt. See, as LeBron entered the All-Star thing and faded because he didn't want to D up on Kobe, that one-on-one challenge. Now he's the end of his career. He doesn't matter anymore. It's a new All-Star game. People are competitive. People are competing. I think this is the LeBron factor to me about the All-Star game. When he was in his prime, he didn't want to get hurt. He didn't want to compete against the other boys out there to show who was better and who wasn't. And that's when the All-Star game went downhill. Now, since he's on his way out, swipe left, He's on his way out, swipe right, whatever you want to do. As he's on his way out, is more competitiveness again. You know, LeBron might have been that factor that drove the All-Star game to being straight trash. And I'm saying that, people. Straight trash. Because he didn't want to get hurt. He didn't want to compete. He didn't want to D up on someone else that might beat him down the stretch or might outshoot him or might outplay him. He played it safe. He played it not to get hurt, not to be there almost, just to show up and say I was the #1 vote getter. I think, in my eyes only, you want to see him? In my eyes only, he might have brought down the game in his 21 years of being an all-star. Okay? Or his 23 years being an all-star. He might have brought the game down because he didn't want to compete in the dunk contest. Big names said, "Oh, if he's not competing, we're not competing." So they left the dunk contest. That brought that down. Then he didn't want to D up and play hard in the All-Star game. And that's what brought it down. That's a laughing stock. No one playing defense. Everybody just going for lobs and three-point shots and big time dunks, and took the competitiveness away from the All-Star game. So I'm not saying that alone he did that, but he was a leader in that field of bringing the All-Star game down. So as I put my glasses back on so I can see y'all better, I think, in my opinion, since he's on his way out, it was a better game this year. LeBron, holler at the kid. Let me know if I'm wrong or right. Okay? Let me know if y'all think that was the truth. Because, you know, it's those 30-minute games, fast clock and everything. You know, he wasn't, 30-minute game, 15-minute games and all that. He wasn't a factor. You know, so it was a little bit more competitive. People else had time to play and put a show on. So, like I said, this was a better game this year than last year. Okay, what you got? Oh, John, what are you wearing? Oh, yo, I got a new venture out. Book 6, college year 2, The Chase. You know, y'all need to check that out. It'll be ready online soon. So make sure you hit up GhettoSportsandHarlem.com and check it out. AmazonBooks.com is going to be everywhere. Ingram Sparks, look for it. But, like I said, how was the All-Star game for you? Was it a difference? No, my boy D, D says it was still corny. He said it was still corny. But it was interesting. You had defense. You had people competing. Except for that last game. You know, the first couple of games, first 3 games, it was good. That last game, the 4th game, you know, because it was U.S. against U.S., you know, it slowed down the pace. You know, one team got out to a fast start. The non-LeBron team got out to a fast start, and they wanted to win. They wanted to compete. Once again, it's just an idea. I'm just saying, I'm just thinking this. It's just my idea. But a LeBron-led team in the All-Star game is not a competitive team. I'm just saying that, people. Let me know. Holler at the kid. Let me know what you think. Am I on the right track? Is LeBron that factor that brought down the All-Star game over all these years? Because he didn't want to compete. He didn't want to get hurt. He didn't want to be in a dunk contest. Am I on the right track or not? Let me know. Then we get after the All-Star game, who is your team to beat? Is the Thunder and Detroit will meet in the finals, or will it be the Knicks and the Nuggets in the finals? Let me know. Can Houston bounce back? Can Cleveland make a charge? These are the questions we're going to be asking after this All-Star break. Can your team do it? All right? Is the Knicks ready to take over in the East? Is Detroit got that stranglehold? Will the Thunder defend their crown? That's what we're looking at, people. And will the Lakers be a factor? Luka, can you do something? I will see y'all in a minute. Peace.